status reports, I think every 2 minutes, if I remember correctly. To have this sit there and not run, then we need it to run. Is the accuracy there? Is it gonna work right, or is that one of the things we put it in and it don't work right because it don't send a message, or everything's all screwed up and we gotta drag down and work on it anyways? It'd be just simply just to go down and turn it on.
Right.
And the question is, I don't, we know our residual as we're pumping water. The thing of it is, if we leave it on and let it run and send reports all the time, the water coming from that pipe to our main, I don't wanna say would be stagnant, but it's not rolling, it's not fresh, so it's gonna get the same reading. And as time goes on, the chlorine is gonna deplete in there to some matter, so you're gonna get a low chlorine alarm, and you're gonna be, so if it's something that is done, I would think there'd be, some kind of language or something that we could draw up with the health department, we're running this so it's functioning at all times, so if we do need this water, it runs, it goes, it's not sitting there collecting dust. But the water that we are using there, or we'll just have to go down and back flush a little bit of fresh water in it, so.
Is that something that you would like to see included in the grant, or is that something you'd like to see go forward with now?
I'd like to see would it go forward now, because it would be nice to be able to turn that well on as simple as I guess you would call it, an app and go.
Do we have the funds?
Is it at 5,400? Is that what I saw?
Yes.
Right now you do. I can't guarantee, because this is the beginning of your fiscal year,
Right.
and if this is something that's not in your budget, it wasn't part of your actual budget.
Is that water?
Not
Water.
water.
Well, because we just got paid a bunch of water bills.
Well, it's something to look at. I mean, it's like, I don't feel it's something we need tomorrow. It's something to look at maybe mid-year and see where we are budget-wise.
I wonder if we could talk with, what if I could talk with Jake in regards to that and see if there's anything that we're able to use to have the CDBG fund cover that as well, so that we're not spending, just to see if we can, if that's $5 grand that we're able to save for water and appropriate somewhere else, possibly, for water, of course, but.
That's more than understandable.
Can you, Rose, can you add this for me, when I talk with Jake to go over this with him to see if we can include that, if not, then to see about an actual time frame that we could get something like that installed.
What is the name of the system? What is it?
Cyclops.
Well monitor and chlorine controllers.
Thank you.
No problem. Anything else with them?
Summer help, there's 2 starting the 16th, and I won't be there for the 20th. Mr. Rogan will be taking the week of the 22nd off. One other thing is, somewhere along before school gets out, I wanna shut the valve off in the crock behind Provo Well. Let the village run off the reservoir for 24 hours. To see how much water is used in the village in a day's time. And also I wanna back the water back up onto the spring lots to test the integrity of our lines going out to them right now.
Okay.
The reason I wanna do it for school's out, because I wanna do it during the day. I wanna make sure, cause with all the business are using, so we have an actual, we can see how much we use in that 24-hour period. And that'll tell us roughly how many gallons a minute we actually need to maintain this village.
After school's over?
No, during school.
During
We
school,
want
okay.
everything possibly running that we possibly can.
When do you wanna do that?
I would like to talk to Chester Jensen's and Composite Panel Solutions I've talked to Mr. Pritchard, he says his flow, is pretty even straight across the board within reason.
We used 63,000 this quarter, which was high for us, actually, so.
I have been in contact with Wayne Stein. I have his number. And anybody else in the fire department, if there is a fire, to please call us, we will go get things opened up, and we will stop the test and make sure there's more than adequate water to take care of things.
Okay,
If we have to, we'll turn the well on and we will get water moving ASAP. If that's what's gotta be done, but I would like to talk to those guys. I'm thinking composite panel solutions, I really don't know exactly what all they do there, but I'm guessing they're kind of pretty flat across the board. As far as everyday usage, the only one that might be a little up or down is Chester Jensen, because I know that sometimes they build quite big coils and they test them. If, not that it will probably make a huge amount of difference, but I wanna make sure that everything is, functioning, whatever, just to see what our usage is, so we can, at one time I was told it's 200 gallons a minute to maintain the village. Right now, today we're making 170 some gallons a minute, and the reservoir did drop to like 17.9, back up and overflowing within, a little bit.
do we need to inform the public that we're doing that? Like, do we have to have a notice or anything like special?
See why not, because everybody should have, there's 750,000 gallons of water up there. It's, the nice thing is it can be monitored by a telephone.
Yeah,
We can keep track of our chlorine residual, we can keep track of everything for the whole test. And it does provide us with a graph, we can see where our peak usage is, and what time of day it levels back out. We're guessing right now, I was talking with Jamie Herman today, he's guessing probably from about 6 in the morning to about 6:30 at night is probably peak usage. So if you look at the graph, we're full, we should see this, then we should see a point in time to where it just kind of levels off
okay.
within range.
So, we don't have to have a notice then, you're saying, right?
I can't see why not, because we're not really shutting anything off,
Okay.
and we've got all kinds of water. We'll make sure we are good and full.
Just so you know, that next Monday's the last full day of school. If you
And
didn't know
probably
that already.
next Monday will probably have to be the day. Well, this thing just come along and we're, it's been suggested before and it was suggested again today.
Okay. Is that pretty much everything you got?
Where's Jason at with the water? Jason and Toby?
Still, to my knowledge, there's a glitch in the program for the reports
Yeah,
that I do know. Little problem with the turbidity meter, he went out Saturday morning and checked into that, couldn't really find anything wrong. He said he took the glass out, wiped it down with it. I believe it's a certain, like an oil you have to put on it, it's the same one for your portable test. And things seem to level out. The chlorine, I believe that is getting back to, they got the pump set back to where things are adjustable, so I think our spikes are going away.
yes. I believe Jason had, Greg go up, one Saturday, to go and, either Saturday or Friday, I'm not sure which, go up and clean one of the plants, or was it all of them?
No, he went up Saturday to take care of the turbidity meter, was it? This Saturday.
Okay.
The Saturday before,
Saturday.
yes, we had a little problem with chlorine, the webmaster was just being, I don't really know what it was all about, to tell you the truth, I think it was just they had a glitch and it just, he went up and
Mhm.
shut it off, reset it, calibrated, and it straightened itself out. We did have a power outage up there today. We got the generator up there, got coordinator going, got things going, and it lasted maybe 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't know what happened,
understanding, I think, Dr. Crawford and Mr. Rohr's got substantial of the reports that they need now, or they're getting the data. They're getting the data and they're working,
Yes.
compiling the
there's,
reports.
I don't know exactly, but what Dr. Crawford set up worked, then it quit, then there was a glitch and
Yeah,
I did have another question too, I guess it would go along with water, but we had that meeting with the civil service girl. Our guys were supposed to get classified as the water guys.
Reclassified.
Reclassified as water. I believe I heard that we didn't make that, is that correct? Do we know? The test was Saturday?
yeah, because they were gonna get them signed up, it was already after that took place.
Oh.
Yes, Sam?
That particular test I happen to know was for the water operator trainee. It did you no good if you already had a license.
Oh. I thought that's one that they said that one of our guys.
No,
did.
they wanted John and Toad to take that test.
I'm just telling you, that's what it was designated for. That's
It
all
was
I know.
for wastewater,
Yes.
water treatment plant,
They had multiple
operator
ones,
training.
right?
Correct.
That's it.
They had multiple ones.
No, it was just the two.
Yeah.
There were a whole range of tests going on from what I understand.
Right, but this one in
But in
particular.
regard to water.
But they wanted them to come down and take their civil service test so that we could give them their list of duties that they perform so that they could
So
put
they're
them in their right
classified as
classification.
Yeah, I thought that's what they said a month ago, or what that, was that?
They wanted us to do
early
that
April,
at
right?
that meeting.
End of April.
Yeah.
We will have to have them be signed up for the next.
I
Right
talked
after
to
that
them,
happens.
and I don't know, did we already have a thing in for that, an application, or no? When I spoke to them
there was
today,
one in my mailbox today and
okay, she did say if we got it in within the next day or two, they could expedite it, so.
we'll take a look at it.
Do you know when their next class?
I didn't get the date, but like I said, the two girls we spoke to are in Albany all week. But, I don't see Ruth was the name? I don't know, but, yeah, that's what she said, that if we got a hold of her within the next day or so, we could probably work something out. 'Cause I know Christine said we needed to get that done ASAP.
Well, they would like to see it. It's been this way for however many years that John and Greg have been classified as just laborers. Also in the union, which that needs to be changed as well for pay and classification of that.
At one time, I did take a civil service exam, but I don't know, have you heard anything more back, Rose?
I didn't, that's what I left in your mailbox. Mallory would like to speak to you about your question about that test.
Okay.
She seemed to indicate that it was a expired result. If you took it back in 2005 or 6, that it was expired.
Unless we gotta take it again.
I didn't realize it expired.
I believe that's the term she used, but I left a
Okay, but
copy of the email.
There is evidence that I did take it.
No, I couldn't find anything in your file.
Which I believe that's what she was telling us was the problem.
Okay, well, I'd like to know what happened to it.
I'm sure. So I'm letting you know.
All right, anything else for John?
I've got two things. I had a resident ask me about the sidewalk plow, if we were gonna do something different.
I'd love to do something different. I was looking around today and see what's out there. My best way of telling you, I guess the best thing is we probably can go back to the skid steer. Because anything like, well, it was Bombardier, they were taken over by, I think, Holder. You're talking several $1,000s for a piece of equipment, it's pretty much good for sidewalks. And you can do some other things, but you're talking about a tractor sheeter pounding up and down the road. Been looking around and seeing what's out there, and gotta gather up some prices and see some options and.
We're working on it.
things. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
The other one was the manhole on 353, just above the tracks where the state's got the flag.
Yes, sir.
Is that our responsibility?
Shouldn't it, should it?
It's our drainage.
It's not
Well,
our road.
Here lies the question.
The ring that the manhole cover sits on
Is rotted
is broke
and rotted.
and rotted, and the cover come flying off over the winter with a plow. It needs to be addressed, or it's gonna have to be covered up or something, I don't know.
Well, what you have up there is when that was redone, the state put that manhole in. And they put the manhole in across the road. And they proceeded up the road and brought their drainage down into that. And they tied into what I guess would be the existing village's drainage,
Okay.
as they did all the way down through. Where and who the liability would lay on to repair it, to me, if the state put it in,
It's their road.
I would say that it's theirs. It's nothing that we,
Do we
and
access
I
it
don't,
for
and I don't actually know, and I guess you probably have to go back through the minutes and see if it was ever, if anybody ever come and said, hey, is it okay if we cut your drain up? And, well, when they redid the road, they put, you know, from here to here. Did anybody ask, is this okay if we tie this in? Is it okay if we tie this underneath, where it goes underneath this building and?
For the sake of argument, it's not just a simple fix with the manhole cover, is it? Probably not.
No. No, it's. I've had off, the last time it was tipped up like that, I went up there and I tipped it over and I threw it over the road and I took a big screwdriver and I cleaned all the way around it and I straightened up all the edges and I did get it back down below the lip.
Yeah. Do we use it for anything? So if they.
It's all that is an excess to the, what you would ever wanna call,
But we probably don't have the right to seal it, that's the thing.
No, but if the state wanted to cover it over, would it harm anything with us?
no, because there's an no, it wouldn't really. The only one, if they sealed it up, the only one that hurt was themselves. If they wouldn't have access to their 12-inch line going up the hill, but there's another, I call them manholes, okay, there's another one just up the road. And there's access, there's another manhole right across the street, the sidewalk, and there's a catch basin right at the old Y at the bottom left hill, runs right straight to it. I mean, if you did seal over it, the only thing is, if you ever wanted to clean it, you'd have to break the blacktop off.
Right.
Is there a phone call we can make to somebody regarding whether or not that's state-owned, if it's state responsibility? Can we just make a phone call and make the
There's
determination?
gotta be somewhere along the line in the state that's gotta,
Get somebody out here that
Yes.
says, say it's not ours, or say it's our
I
responsibility.
have to believe it's theirs, but we can
Then we try to fix
figure
it.
it out.
I will
Us
I will look
4 or 5
around
are
tomorrow
gonna
and
be-
talk to them, because I have a question on the catch basin, the top
There you
of,
go. Two birds with one stone.
yes, on the top of Second Street. They come down through, they put the catch basin, it's tied into it, and it's overflowed, overrun, and they come down, they mess with it, and it gets running again, but they seem to come clean it, but they're still tied into our line, and it's evident that our line can't handle it, so why should the village taxpayers take the burden of replacing a line that's stately used, I guess is the word I wanna say.
Alright, so,
But I will check into it and see who I can talk to and.
Thank you.
If
Thank you.
there's any contacts you have, Jason, I would appreciate them. I think Jim Gaston's the foreman on this end of it, right?
I'll get you somebody higher up.
Whose plow weed is that?
Let's
Be
not
you
talk
with it.
about that.
I knew it.
alright, and so Big John, do you have anything more, or are we done with you now? Covered all our bases?
I'm a happy man.
You're happy, man? Alright, it is 9:23, can I get a motion for a 10-minute recess?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous, carried and approved, we'll be back at 9:33.